a take two situation. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Steph and this is Ordinary Plant Girl. If you are new here, thank you for clicking on this video, and if you are returning, thank you so much for spending more of your time with me. This is the second time I'm running this through because the first time I had absolutely no audio. So here we are. In today's video, I am going to be giving some planty updates on plants that I've had for about 5-6 months now that nobody ever saw or heard from again after I got them. Okay, so as I was saying in the last take on this video, which now I'm gonna have to say again, is that I have been out feeling unwell for the past couple of weeks, and I actually did try to film on Sunday, but my voice would not permit it. So I will be filming today and probably uploading tomorrow. Not that you need to know that. I'm just saying. So today I've got about 6 or 7 plants that I can't even say that I've got 7. We've already been through this and we're going through it again. I have 7 plants that I would like to give updates on today. And we are going to start with my Pastazanum silver. So you can see here, this is the oldest leaf. This is the newest leaf. I've been having a little bit of trouble with this plant. I got it in November, I believe, and it just hasn't done anything. So I'm a little bit worried that if you look here, you can see that this leaf, which would have been the newest leaf, was taken off before I even got the plant. And I'm not sure if there is a node under there for a leaf to come out of. So I'm thinking that that might be the problem with this one. I'm gonna have to take it apart. I'm gonna have to take it out of the pot and see what's going on. I mean, for the most part, the roots that I can see look good. They look fine. This plant has dried out a little bit more often than not, just because it's in one of these orchid pots with the slits, and because I use Coco coir as a soil medium. I'm trying to find the one root that I apparently used to be able to see and I can't seem to find now. Either way, yeah, I'm not exactly sure what is going on with this one. If I have to cut it up, I will, because I really do want it to grow, and I'm just not seeing any sign of that whatsoever coming from this plant. These aerial roots, which I just pulled more off of, these are completely dry. I don't know. If anybody can suggest what could either be possibly going on, or if I should just give up and cut it up, then let me know. I mean, honestly, it's probably what I'm gonna do, because it hasn't done anything since I've gotten it. And I know that winter was also there, and there's the slowdown effect and all of that, but it's spring now. Everything else has seemed to have woken up, but this one hasn't. So I'm gonna take a little bit of a better look at it. I know that the crispy tip issue is definitely from underwatering. That's my bad, just because it dried out so quick. So I'm gonna figure out something for this and hopefully have it survive, because I really do love the plant. I always wanted a Pastazanum, and the fact that I got a silver, and I think that this is a climber. You can see by the growth pattern right now that it's a climber. Sometimes some of the crawlers will start out like they're climbing and then they will crawl, but I don't know if the silver actually crawls based on the length between, like, the internodal spacing here. I'll have to do some more research, but in another video, you are probably gonna see me hack this baby up, because it needs to do something. It can't just sit there. Okay, that then brings me over to the one that's sitting right in front of it, which is my Philodendron mame. So I love this plant. I love this plant dearly, but it's another one that hasn't done anything. And when I was filming this video the first time around, I noticed that as of today, it's actually been a year since I've had this plant. And nothing. I mean, I only had, I can't remember how many leaves I had on it when I got it, 2, maybe 3. But what I had noticed today as well, when I was getting this ready for the video, was you can see right there, that little bit of a leaf that's coming out. Well, when I had first looked at it, for the past little while, I had seen that there was a bump there and I was waiting for a new leaf to come through and it never did. So when I took a closer look at it today, I saw that the next leaf that was supposed to come out had actually rotted inside of there and didn't come out at all. And it had been smothering this little piece. And actually ever since I unstrangled it from, unsuffocated it from the situation it was in, this little tiny curlicue has actually straightened out a little bit. So I'm hoping and praying that because I released that leaf, that something is going to happen now. So for this whole time, I was sitting here thinking that this one wasn't doing anything either. But the thing was, it was trying to do something and I wasn't paying enough attention. I probably could have helped it out better, and I didn't until today. So we're gonna see what kind of a difference that makes. Since I can already see that the leaf is moving and trying to straighten itself out, I feel confident that hopefully I get another leaf soon. I'm gonna be watching it for the next few days to a week to see if it gets any bigger, to see what's happening there, and I'm going to pay close attention to it because this was a plant that I really, really loved. I still do love it. It's not that any of that has changed. So yeah, that is my Philodendron mame. Now, in that same shipment with the mame, I had received something that I was completely unexpected. I wasn't expecting it. I wasn't expecting it at all. Anybody that's been here for any length of time knows that I am not a Peperomia girl. I kill them, I sneeze on them and kill them. I overwater them, which is mostly a common effect that I have with anything that's succulent-like except for Hoyas. Yay me and the Hoyas. But I did get this plant from the owner of Riam, where I'd gotten my mame from. And when I got it, it was a tiny little thing, and I'm going to show you to her now. I'm going to show her to you now. What is wrong with me? So this is my Peperomia red stem, no ID. So I will insert a picture somewhere of what this looked like when I first got it. And when I first got it, I was terrified of this plant, absolutely terrified, because I kill peperomias. It has been so easy to grow this one, but I do have to say that I think that is because, for me anyway, and my own capabilities, when it came to this plant, the first thing I did when I potted it up is I put it in a cactus mix. I didn't put it in regular soil. I was pretty sure, because back then I was still using soil. I wasn't using coco coir. I was pretty sure that I was going to kill it if I had it in regular soil, because that's what happens to me in all peperomias. So I put it in a cactus mix, and so far that has just been the best thing for it, and it has grown so much in the year that I've had it compared to what it was when I got it. Like, everything up here is just, that's all new. This is a new branch. All of these down here are new. It's been surprisingly a joy to watch grow, if that makes any sense whatsoever. I have really liked watching this one. It sits in a west-facing window, and it just loves it there. And it's actually directly above, like, my heating vent, and it's been fine. I've had no problems with it whatsoever. So hopefully I haven't jinxed myself now, but like these leaves here are ending up like big. And I'm so in love with this plant now. I'm so happy I got it. I think I even tried harder to like work with this one and have it survive because it was a gift. I am so in love with this plant. I'm so glad that it has made it this far, and I'm hoping that we have a good year together. Now, since we're on the track of peperomias, I have also mentioned before that I would find some of my most uncommon plants in a dollar store that I have in my town. And that dollar store still currently turns up with plants that I've never heard of or that are uncommon, that I don't see in big box stores or garden centers or anything like that. So a couple of months ago, I think it was actually back in January. Yes. So back at the end of January, I went to this dollar store. It was a really gross, horrible day. And whenever I'm outside the store, I look at the plants that they have there, and I always feel like I need to at least rescue one. And based on my own growing habits, a lot of the times there's plants there that I won't take because I know that I will generally kill them. But this peperomia that I found there was an exception to the rule. She was drowning, and I felt like I needed to save her because I had some success with the red stem at that point. I figured that I would attempt to take on another peperomia and see how that did. And this is where we're at now. So this is my Peperomia scandens. It's variegated. When I got this plant, all of the original leaves are still here, and all of the original leaves are damaged. So when I got this plant, there was this leaf here, this one up here, and the two bigger leaves down here in the bottom. Everything else that's growing on this so far is new. And it's been surprisingly easy. Again, this was another one because I had a cactus soil success with the other one. This one is also in cactus soil. I'm so surprised and happy. This is also a trailing peperomia as well. So once it gets bushy, it will hang over and trail. And it's also called a Cupid peperomia because of the little heart-shaped leaves, which is just so fitting. But you know, it's weird because if I have I've tried to grow Peperomia obtusifolias ridiculously every year, and I always kill them. Anything that even says peperomia. Watermelon peperomia, killed it. Ripple peperomia, killed it. Can't handle any of those. But so far so good for these guys. I do wait until the leaves feel a little bit soft, not too soft. I try not to let them get to the point where they're like super floppy before I water them. But if they start to feel soft, or if I notice that they're just not looking as perky as they did, I'll give them a thorough water, put them back in their spots. They're both in the same window, and they perk up and they just seem super happy. And I have nothing better that I can actually say about these guys. I'm so happy with them. That doesn't mean I'm gonna go start collecting peperomias because, come on, I know my limits. I'm gonna stick with the two that I have unless I find something that catches my eye, but I'm not looking for any more peperomias for my collection. 2 is more than enough. We're just gonna see how that goes. So that again is the Peperomia scandens. Oh, isn't she pretty? Look at her. Okay, so that was 1, 2, 3, 4. Now number 5 was my Philodendron Splendid. I was so excited to get this plant. You're gonna see the white dust on them is diatomaceous earth. It's just something that I tried as far as prevention of thrips. This plant has never gotten thrips or anything like that. It's just that I have 3 plants in my house that I can't bear to get rid of, that I also can't seem to get rid of the thrips on. It's not like there's not a massive infestation or anything like that. It's just I'll catch 1 or 2 of the larvae sliding around, and for the most part I would treat my plants every few days or at least every week to, you know, take care of anything like that that happened. And I just kind of got tired of the spraying. So I took a brush and I just kind of dusted and powdered a few of my plants, the ones that the ones that are babies like this right now, and the ones that I don't want to say matter more to me because all of my plants matter, but the ones that are nearby other plants that have previously had issues, I just gave them a light dusting. I was actually in the process of rinsing them off, and I just hadn't gotten to this one yet. But anyway, so this is my Philodendron Splendid, and you can see here, because I'm so bad with keeping consistent humidity, and I'm learning that that's just something that needs to happen. Like, the humidity just needs to be consistent. It gets really low here at night, especially when the heat kicks on. So that's my bad. I really need to pay attention. But if you look at this one, you'll see that the next leaf that came out was damaged. This would have been the first leaf that came out in my care. But it's also got another leaf kind of strangled up in there that I'm gonna have to try and rescue. I won't do that right now. But I think I will just end up releasing this leaf. Probably cutting this little one off because there's no point in it being there, and seeing how that goes. But this plant has been so easy. Like, when people say that the hybrids are easy, they really are. I mean, aside from this leaf, which I haven't had this that long actually, so I think that we're still kind of in an acclimation process as well. I think that I just got this one 6 weeks ago. 6 weeks, 2 months. I don't even think I've had it 2 months. I don't think so. So we're still acclimating and everything, and so far everything looks really, really good with it, except for that leaf. So I'm gonna take care of that, and hopefully we get some nice, good growth off of this, because I'm really excited to see what happens when the leaves size up. And then I can put it into something bigger and put it on a pole. I don't know why I'm looking for roots. Again, I haven't even had it 2 months yet. So this is my Philodendron Splendid. I have so many more that I want to do updates on, but I'm going to have to do them in different videos because there's just so much going on. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now number 6 is also a hybrid. 1 second. Oh, come here. I am so in love with this plant, like absolutely in love with it. So this is the Philodendron Majestic. And I got this one back in January. This one too has got diatomaceous earth on it. Never had any problems with it. This is the newest leaf, and it is the first one that has come out in my care. So I'm super excited about that, and it's just a beautiful leaf. I can't even. I know that the Majestic is crossed with a Soderoy. I'll probably put on the screen what it's crossed with. But yeah, this plant has just, I don't know, it's so easy. Like, I don't even have to think about it. With this one and with the Splendid, if I miss a watering or, you know, I let it go too long, I don't even see signs of distress, which is amazing, because I have plants where, I mean, you miss a dribble and they are super dramatic. But these guys, no, not even a peep out of them. And I didn't think I was gonna love this plant as much as I do, but I really do. I can't wait for it to size up. I'm gonna have to clean it up a little bit. But yeah, I think, oh, there's a new growth point coming out there too, if you can see that. But yeah, I'm so excited. This is one that I am going to try to make a fuller plant. I definitely need to have more than one vine. I'm gonna see what happens as it gets taller though, and we'll go from there. Because right now it's, you know, it's only 4 leaves. We'll see what happens. I'll put it on a stake. Well, it's already on a little stake. It's gonna need a bigger stake at this rate. And I'll see what I can do about making it better, making it bigger. I'm so in love with this plant. So in love with it. I'm gonna have to wash the diatomaceous earth off of this just so that I can get really good pictures of it. But this was plant number 6. 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, 6. So that, we are coming to the last plant. Whoops. Okay. There we go. Okay, where are we at? Okay, so this last plant I got in November. It's not even really a plant right now. I got it back in November. I had gotten, I had done an unboxing from one of my favorite stores. And even though the plant was protected with polyfill, when I pulled the plant out, almost all the leaves had dropped off of the plant. I was left with something very small that I did not think was going to survive. Any of you that know about my journey with my baby Gloriosum, baby G I call her, you'll know that I started with the tiniest piece of stolon. When I had unboxed, it was a Philodendron gigas. So when I had unboxed it, and I was sad about the fact that the leaves had fallen off, but I did also state in the video that it was like the plant was just calling out to me. I'd looked at it, I don't even know how many times, but I'd never ordered it. And then one day I decided to order it, and that's what happened. I get it, the leaves fall off. I can't even remember what happened to the roots. I'm pretty sure that they all died off, and all I was left with was pretty much a leaf. And at the base of the petiole for this leaf, there was the tiniest little pinhead of, I wasn't sure if it was an eyelet or if it was a root node. So I did the same thing, threw it in a prop box for months. What amazes me about plants, and plants are absolutely amazing, is that if they want to survive, they will find a way. So what you're looking at here is, this is my baby gigas. That is what I planted. And I'm not sure, I'll try to focus in on it if I can, but if you can see in there, you can see that there's just this little abrupt, it's almost like a cut, but it was actually broken off. That's all there was. That's all I got was that little leaf. Now the cool thing about it is that, I'm gonna do this gently, is that the gigas is rooted. It popped off a tiny little root, which is all like attached in that moss. But not only did I get a tiny little root, this is so hard to show you guys. If you can see that little burgundy growth point, there is going to be a leaf that comes out of there. The leaf is actually forming right now. It is bulging where it did not bulge before. So the gigas is trying to live. And if I don't have the biggest bond with my plants that struggle and survive, I don't even know. It makes it so much more satisfying when they do survive. So right now, I would say that we are winning with this baby gigas. It's gonna be in this tiny little cup for, the root system is gonna take so long for this to grow, so long. So all I did though with this one is, and I did have it in a prop box for a bit, and then I had taken it out of that because I wanted to use one of my boxes for something completely different. So I put it in this little 9-ounce cup, and all I did was put another little 9-ounce cup on top of it. This one isn't taped, it should be, but it's not. And it sits in my bathroom, which is a really warm space, next to a frosted west-facing window. So, I mean, if you really think about it, it's like two baby Gs. I mean, my original baby G was a baby Gloriosum, and now this baby G is a baby gigas. So I'm gonna have to figure out, I'm gonna have to call it something else. But those are my plant updates for, I guess this month. Maybe next month I'll show you the other ones, but I do have more content planned now that I'm feeling better and I'm back to filming. Hopefully this one works out and I don't have to film it for a third time, because that would suck. That is it for me. So I hope you are all safe and well, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.